It was one of those days when the world felt heavy, when the weight of responsibilities pressed down on everyone's shoulders. The kind of day where the smallest act of kindness could change everything. This is the story of a man who thought he knew his company, his employees, his world. But what he discovered would shake him to his core and remind him of the power of empathy. The man's name was Roland Hayes. He was the CEO of a thriving retail chain called Horizon Goods. Roland had built his company from the ground up, starting with a single store and growing it into a nationwide success. He was proud of what he had achieved, but lately, something felt off. He couldn't quite put his finger on it, but he knew he needed to see things from a different perspective. So Roland made a decision. He would go undercover as a new employee in one of his stores. He wanted to see firsthand how things really worked, how his employees felt, and whether the values he preached were truly being lived out. He chose a store in a small town called Lindenwood. It was a quiet place, far from the hustle and bustle of the city. Roland arrived early on his first day, dressed in a simple uniform and wearing a name tag that read Ron. He introduced himself to the manager, a kind woman named Marissa, who welcomed him with a warm smile. "Welcome to the team, Ron," she said. "We're glad to have you here." Roland nodded, feeling a mix of excitement and nervousness. He was about to step into a world he hadn't truly seen in years. The day started like any other. Roland was assigned to the stockroom, where he worked alongside a young man named Tyler. Tyler was in his early 20s, with a quiet demeanor and a hard-working attitude. Roland noticed how focused Tyler was, how he never complained, even when the work was tough. As the hours passed, Roland began to observe the other employees. There was a woman named Clara, who always had a smile on her face despite the long hours. And then there was a man named Victor, who seemed to carry the weight of the world on his shoulders. But it was Tyler who caught Roland's attention the most. During their lunch break, Roland noticed something that made his heart sink. While the other employees sat together, eating and chatting, Tyler stayed behind in the stockroom. Roland approached him, trying to sound casual. "Hey, Tyler, aren't you going to take a break?" Tyler looked up, his eyes tired but kind. "Oh, I'm good, Ron. I'll just finish up here." Roland hesitated, then decided to press a little further. "You sure? You've been working hard all morning. You deserve a break." Tyler sighed, his shoulders slumping slightly. "Honestly, I didn't bring anything for lunch today. It's fine. I'll eat later." Roland felt a pang of guilt. He couldn't believe what he was hearing. Here was one of his employees working tirelessly, and he couldn't even afford lunch. Without a second thought, Roland reached into his pocket and pulled out a $20 bill. "Here, take this. Go get yourself something to eat." Tyler's eyes widened in surprise. "No, I can't take that. It's too much." Roland insisted, his voice firm but gentle. "Please take it. You've earned it." Tyler hesitated, then finally accepted the money. "Thank you, Ron. You have no idea how much this means to me." As Tyler left to grab lunch, Roland sat down in the stockroom, his mind racing. He couldn't shake the image of Tyler's tired eyes, or the way he had tried to hide his hunger. Over the next few days, Roland continued to work alongside Tyler and the others. He learned more about their lives, their struggles, and their dreams. Tyler, it turned out, was working 2 jobs to support his younger sister. Their parents had passed away a few years ago, and Tyler had taken on the role of provider. Clara, the cheerful woman, was a single mother trying to make ends meet. And Victor, the quiet man, was battling health issues but couldn't afford to take time off work. Roland's heart ached as he listened to their stories. He realized how disconnected he had become from the people who kept his company running. He had been so focused on profits and growth that he had forgotten about the human beings behind the scenes. On his last day undercover, Roland called a meeting with the store employees. He stood before them, his voice trembling with emotion. "I want to thank all of you for welcoming me into your team. These past few days have been eye-opening for me. I've seen your hard work, your dedication, and your struggles, and I want you to know that I hear you. I see you, and I'm going to do everything in my power to make things better." The employees looked at him, confused but hopeful. Roland took a deep breath, then revealed his true identity. "My name isn't Ron, it's Roland Hayes. I'm the CEO of Horizon Goods. There was a stunned silence, followed by gasps of surprise. Roland continued, his voice steady. I came here to see things from your perspective, and what I've learned has changed me. Starting today, we're implementing new policies to support our employees. Better pay, affordable healthcare, and free meals during shifts. No one should have to work hungry or worry about how they'll make ends meet. The room erupted into applause, tears streaming down many faces. Tyler stepped forward, his voice choked with emotion. Thank you, Mr. Hayes. This means everything to us. Roland smiled, his own eyes glistening. No thank you. You've reminded me of what truly matters. As the days turned into weeks, the changes at Horizon Goods began to take effect. Employees felt valued and supported, and the company's culture shifted for the better. Roland made it a point to visit stores regularly, not as an undercover boss, but as a leader who truly cared. The story of Roland Hayes and his employees spread far and wide, inspiring other companies to follow suit. It was a reminder that success isn't just about profits, it's about people. And so, the moral of the story is this: never forget the human beings behind the work. A little empathy can go a long way. And sometimes, the greatest lessons come from those who work quietly in the background. As Roland often said, a company is only as strong as its people. And when you take care of your people, you take care of your future. Before we wrap up, I want to take a moment to thank you for joining us on this emotional journey. Stories like these remind us of the power of kindness, courage, and standing up for what's right. If this story touched your heart, made you think, or inspired you in any way, let us know in the comments below. Tell us where you're watching from, and don't forget to share this story with others. Sometimes, a simple act of sharing can make a huge impact. If you're new here, hit that subscribe button and join our community. We've got more heartfelt stories coming your way. Until next time, remember, kindness changes lives. See you soon.